Okay, good morning, Bernard. How are you today?
Good morning, Dr. Priscilla. I'm very well, and I
Good.
hope it's the same for you.
Yep, things are fine. In today's lesson, which comes from ENGOO Online, on an airplane, it is an intermediate lesson. We'll start out by taking a look at the vocabulary. Can you read the vocabulary words for me?
Yes. Elos seat,
Aisles, aisle.
aisles seat.
Okay, and Bernard, this word is pronounced just like um, walking down. If I can get my mouse to work for me. Walk text. Oh, well, I'm not sure why I can't get my text. Let's see. Text. Okay. Aisles. Aisles.
Aisles seat.
Aisles. See.
I would like an aisle seat.
Good. All right. Continue.
Window seat. My son asked for a window seat.
Mm-hmm.
Blanket. A large piece of material that people use to stay warm. The word
Material. Material.
material.
Mm-hmm.
They wrap the baby in a soft blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Boarding pass. A card that a passenger has to show in order to get on the plane.
Very
Can
good.
you see your boarding pass, please?
Mm-hmm. Now, when we get to our lesson, you will learn how to use these phrases or these expressions. All right, you may start.
Yes. Oh, please, hostess, could you please help me find a seat?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. May I see your boarding pass? May I recline my seat? Oh, please, it's cold. Can I have a blanket?
Mm-hmm. All right. Now let's just try something for a moment. We're going to create a dialogue. And let's see, I'll let you be one. No, you can be two. One, two. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, good morning. This is my first flight. Could you please help me find my seat?
Yes. May I see your boarding pass, please?
Yes, here it is. Thank you. Now, is this my seat? May I recline my seat?
Yes, you can. It's easy to do.
Fantastic. Um, can I have a blanket?
Oh, do you have cold? Yes. I'm going to find you a blanket immediately.
Okay. All right. Now let's try it again and just say what comes natural. Almost, it doesn't have to be in any particular order. Okay. Wow, this is a big plane. Where is my seat? Could you please help me find my seat?
Of course, I can. Your seat is on the aisle seat near the window.
Fantastic. So I will have an aisle seat near the window?
Yes. And you could recline your seat if you want, but not during the landing.
What about the people behind me? Won't my seat interfere with them?
Uh, that could disturb them, but if you go slowly, if you recline your seat slowly, they won't be too disturbed.
Okay, if I move my seat slowly, they will not be disturbed?
I suppose. I
All right.
suppose. And you need to recline your seat to sleep during the flight.
Okay. Are there blankets available?
Of course, because during the night you could be cold. and I'm going to find you a blanket. I came back immediately.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right, let's go on from there. And here we'll have the dialogue. I'll read as Matt, if you'll be the flight attendant. Excuse me, could you help me find my seat?
Certainly. May I have your boarding pass?
Here it is.
Thank you. Let me see. Your seat number is 13D. Is the highest seat on the right side.
Thank you. Someone is sitting in 13D. Excuse me, I'm afraid you're sitting in my seat.
Oh, really?
Okay, Nicole looks at her boarding pass. Yes, you're right. I got the wrong seat. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no problem.
A flight attendant approaches Matt. Would you like something to drink?
Yes, I like to have an orange juice.
Sure, here it is.
Thank you. May I recline my seat?
Yes, of course.
And can I have a blanket, please?
Sure, I will bring you one right away.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Now, did you understand the dialogue?
Yes.
Okay, there were several people talking. We just switched every other role. All right. So here we're going to make up something that seems to fit. There are some suggestions down here, but I want us to go without looking at those suggestions and see what we can use that may make sense. So we'll just alternate. I will start with Nina.
Yes.
Yes,
You, Nina?
I will be Nina.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm afraid you're sitting in the wrong seat.
Really? Let me see. My seat is 26A.
I suppose 26A is an aisle seat, or maybe a window seat, not an aisle seat. So your seat is next to this one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
No worries. Now choose an answer from the options below that fit in blanks 1 through 6. A passenger is asked if he wants to have something to drink. If you'll read his number, flight attendant.
Okay. Would you like to have a drink?
Could I please have a can of beer instead?
Yes, of course it is.
I said, could I have a can of beer instead of a drink, please?
Instead of what?
Beer, instead of a drink. Instead of a drink, I want a beer.
Yes, but a beer is a drink too. Okay. You
Yeah,
prefer
this is true.
something?
But I was thinking of a soda. I was
Okay.
thinking of a soda.
Okay. Yes, you prefer alcoholic drink, I suppose. You prefer drink, beer.
Yes, I'd prefer beer, please.
Okay.
You're here.
Yes, I I, I propose you a beer.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for giving me the beer.
Mhm.
Now here were our answer choices that we could have used.
Okay, I understand.
But I wanted to see what we could come up without looking at these questions. So now let us do this. We will create our own dialogue and try to use one of these phrases.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. I believe you're sitting in my seat.
Oh, let me check. I'm not sure of that. Oh, there's a problem. We have exactly the same number. It must be a mistake. Excuse me. We will call the flight attendant because I'm really interested to have my flight near the window. And if I can, I prefer to stay here. That kind of thing is something, but of course, it's rare.
Mm-hmm.
Flight attendant, please.
Okay. All right. Now, let's do it this way. Let's create a dialogue, and we'll use one or two words. Excuse me, I believe you're sitting in my seat.
Uh,
You can
oh,
say, you can say,
oh,
I'm sorry, let me check my boarding.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let me check. Let me check my ticket, and we'll solve the problem.
Great. I believe my ticket has a window seat. So, what does
So,
your ticket say?
oh, so you have the same seat as me. There's something wrong in it. Uh, here the flight attendant. We'll ask them. We'll ask her. We'll ask her.
Okay, great. I hope that she can solve the problem for us.
Yes.
She's checking my ticket now.
Yes. She's checking my ticket. Yes. Oh, sorry. You're right. There's a big problem. In fact, it must be a problem in the computer data. There's something that I can repair. There's other seat free in the plane. I will choose for you a seat near the window as you want, and the problem will be resolved.
Okay, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. This is something that doesn't happen here on the plane very often.
Oh, I'm sure of that. You don't need to be sorry. I excuse you, of course. It's not your fault. It's the fault of the data computer.
Okay, very good. So here we were able to use all of the words, but we took us a moment to try to correct our thinking to get it done correctly. Let's try it again. Your goal is to use all of the words. I will use all the words as well. Excuse me, I think you're in my seat.
Uh,
Again.
okay, okay. Let me check. I will see where is the problem. I'm sure you are right, but there will be a mistake. We have the same seat. There's something which is wrong in it. Here is the flight attendant. We'll ask him, we'll ask her to resolve this. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Okay. No problem. Don't be sorry. Once the flight attendant has checked our ticket, I think the problem will be resolved. I really hope I get a window seat. There's something interesting about looking outside here on a plane.
Yes, but as you are very high in the sky, normally you can see a lot just before the landing and before the taking off.
Well, this is true. So here is the attendant now. Excuse me, could you look at my ticket and tell me exactly where my seat is, please? I hope it's by the window.
Okay, okay. There will be a mistake, Mrs. So I'm going to resolve the problem because there are other seats free in the plane. Mister, would you follow me? I'm going to find you a seat near the hills seats and near the window so you can have the pleasure to look from the window during the taking off and during the landing. I'm sorry for this inconvenience, but we'll have to check sometimes all the tickets. This kind of problem rarely arrived. Um, excuse me for the inconvenience. Are you happy with your seat?
Okay, okay, that's good. All right, so now we're going to go on to Well, we just did the role play, so we'll just bypass that and take a quick look at these, and then we'll end the session for the day. When was the last time you took an airplane? Where did you go? And please speak in complete sentences. The
The
last time
last
I was on
time,
an airplane, I flew to.
the last time I took an airplane was last year when we came back from Australia to France.
Okay, so what I want you to say is, it's okay what you said, but it's not when I came back, but rather when I returned from.
Okay, okay. When I returned from Australia to France last year after a vacation for 1 month in Australia.
Okay, so you went to Australia. What do you usually drink on a plane?
Oh, as it was a real pleasure to be in a plane and to travel, if I can, I like to drink a cup of champagne.
Ah, now Bernard, do they serve champagne in a cup or a glass or a bottle?
Or they serve champagne in a cup of glass. It's not possible to find champagne in a can.
Okay, but is a cup appropriate for champagne?
A cup is appropriate for champagne, and a can is impossible.
I know, but is it a glass or is it a cup?
Is it? What is the difference between a cup and a glass? Because for me, in French,
Mhm.
in France, cup is a glass.
Oh no, I see. Okay, image of a cup. Okay, this is a cup.
Ah, okay, okay. Oh no, they can't serve champagne in a cup. They serve champagne in a glass, of course.
Image of a glass.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, these are glasses, okay?
A small glass, very long, and
Yes, yes.
and borrow. It's not, yeah, not a glass like this.
Okay, okay, fantastic. All right, so what do you usually do during your flights? Maybe you read, you watch TV.
Most of the time, I sleep. But when I don't sleep, I used to zap on the TV all the time, or sometimes I try to make crosswords,
Okay,
or sometimes we play with my wife at on the Scrabble.
okay, so the last thing is sometimes I play,
Scrabble with my wife.
sometimes I play Scrabble with my wife. Okay, good. Now, the next one is, are you afraid of flying? Why or why not?
No, I'm not afraid of flying. When I when I come on the flight, I thought if the plane crash, I can do anything against that. So I didn't have any apprehension
Okay, when I get on the flight.
when I get on the flight. When I get on the flight.
Right. And number 5, which do you prefer, taking an airplane or a train, and why?
Oh, I prefer to travel on a train because it's more comfortable. You can move, you can go easily to the corridor. You can, it's, um, it's more comfortable. Okay, yes, of course. A train is more comfortable because you could move.
Okay, so when you're telling me about something, I asked, which do you prefer? So I'm talking about you, okay?
Okay.
So when I'm talking about you, it becomes I. A train is more comfortable because I can, not you can.
Okay. Okay. A train is more comfortable than a plane because you can move
Not
easily.
you, not you.
Oh, okay. A train is more comfortable than a plane because I can move easily.
Very good.
Better for my health.
Okay. All right, so you're understanding why you would use the word I instead of you, because I'm actually talking about you. If I ask you, is it better for people to ride an airplane or a train, then you could say a train is more comfortable because, well, then it would be they. All right, but it's no big thing. Okay. All right. I'm going to say this was a great session today.